Hey there. So I used to be a CNA. It's a certified nurse's aide, which in hospitals I'm sure that is what a CNA does, aid nurses, and they're certified to do so. But I didn't work at a hospital. I worked at a LTC, or long-term care facility, and you probably know that better as like a nurse home or a rest home. So we're basically taking care of these overweight and schizophrenic and just really unhealthy old people. That sounds bad. That's really what it was though. I feel so bad for saying that now. CNAs should not be called CNAs at a long-term care facility. They should be called a CPC, a certified poop cleaner, because all they do is clean up poop and deal with poop. Very crappy job. We had one resident or patient. We're not really supposed to call them patients. It's a thing. Kind of like how you don't call adult diapers, you call them briefs. It's a dignity thing. One particular patient she was big, real big, like 400 pounds probably. She was obese, grotesquely so. She had terrible schizophrenia, so she thought whenever we entered the room that we were there to kill her or some crazy thing schizophrenic people think of. Sometimes when people get older, they get what's called incontinent. That means they cannot control when they poop and pee. So that's where the whole brief adult diaper thing comes into play, why we use them. She was in one of those and she had soiled it. Oh, and this lady had MRSA too, which is bad. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but it's bad. So we're basically in disposable hazmat suits. You know, giant gloves and big old aprons and a face shield. We're covered. We could go into Chernobyl. Well, not really go into Chernobyl, but it felt like you could go into Chernobyl with those things. And we thanked the Lord afterwards that we were in those. There were 3 CNAs in there. We have her, she's on a bed, and we had her turned away from us. There was, I'm here, and there's a female CNA here, and then there's one on the other side of the table, kind of holding this lady's arms down gently because she's trying to kill us. I don't know how she would have. She was too big. We have her all cleaned up. We had to do a full bed change, which is something you learn how to do as a CNA, change a bed while someone is still in it. It's very difficult. So we have her all cleaned up. She's, the bed's immaculate now. I would be comfortable sleeping in that bed. Not with her, but there wouldn't be any room. Jeez, that's awkward. And we're just sliding this new brief in under her when suddenly a cartridge of poop and air, known more vernacularly as a shart, hits us. So, and before we can react, you're kind of stunned, you just got pooped on. Before we can react, it happens again. And we're just, so we're covered in poop. And the other female CNA, the one over here, she has the presence of mind to put her hands over this lady's rectum just before a garden hose of poop was turned on. Kind of deflected it down and not on us, but seemingly on everything else. Yeah, so big mess there. She eventually stops. We get the whole place cleaned up as best you can when a maelstrom, yep, a storm of poop rains on you. We cleaned it up as best we could after that happened. We walked out of the room and we were just stunned and looking at each other like, where do you go from here? How does life carry on? What do you do after that? So that's the story of the poop shotgun, or poop grenade. Not a pretty tale, a lot of poop in there.